Hi everyone, I'm Ronit on the East Coast.
And I'm Westgate on the West Coast. And we are
We are
hopelessly
hopelessly unedited.
unedited. God, I don't know. You do it on purpose.
You know what? When we do the live
Maybe I do
session,
it on purpose.
we better sync up.
Hey, you
Or
know
there's
what?
gonna be a fist fight.
Okay, I might go for that. You know, I have the
Oh my
gloves.
gosh, you boxed though. Ooh,
Um,
I don't
my
know.
shirt almost looks like your background.
Yeah. Gray? Is it gray?
Blue. It's blue.
Oh, it's gray. La NASA, people like your shirt. So that's awesome that you're wearing that. Okay, so today is part two, actually, of about what we hear on the internet, what we see on the internet, what's worth it, what is right, and what's you need to be more careful. So this is part two. So last time, a quick recap, we talked about Mr. Brian Johnson. That creeps me out,
Yeah, it
and
totally
we
creeps you
talked.
out.
I know, right? We talked about planets and gas giant, white dwarf, black holes, whatnot. And all these
Venus.
information you can find on the internet, which is very cool. So this is part two. We're going to continue this topic and share a couple more things that was Kate and I feel passionate to talk about. So I'm going to go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want you to go first. Yeah.
All right.
My topic is boring.
So I am going to talk about skincare. So
Yes.
I'm not a skincare guru, so I'm gonna just share a
No.
little bit. No, I'm not. I mean, I use a lot of skincare just because I don't know if it's culturally in Asia because I grew up in Hong Kong. My sister is 8 years older than me. So by the time she started working, 20 years old, I was 12 or something. And she had some money, so she started buying skincare. And then she started telling me, hey, you should do skincare. And so I was exposed to
What,
skincare
like,
when
was
I,
that she saw you one day? She's like, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Dude,
you look
you need to
old.
do skincare. You need to take care of your skin. Is that what
I
happened? No.
may I don't know. I
Maybe
started
it
having
happened to
acne,
her.
maybe.
Maybe it happened to her. She's like, oh, I look old. And she said, top of mind, she started doing the stuff. And she said, Renee, you need to do the stuff too. So you don't look old.
Maybe, but she never looked old though. I mean, she had really good
So then I
skin.
don't know. I
I
don't know.
think she had a little bit more acne than me, but so I've had a lot of practice. So number one thing I want listener to be careful about is you hear a lot of these, hey, this skincare, this cream, this mask is gonna make you 10 years younger. So my philosophy is skin care, it's really skin deep, right? Just think about it.
How
If
many of the
these,
epidermis, dermis, like how deep?
right, it's granted their research into say retinol and things like that, they penetrate deeper, but just think about it, it doesn't really go deep enough to change the structure of your
Okay.
skin. Because just think about it, if everything can go in, I mean, the reason why we have skin is to protect us, right? So if everything can go in, we're probably all dead anyway. So is
I
skin
mean,
deep?
you did prove that a little bit with the guy when we talked about it last week, where you were saying he's spending millions of dollars on skincare and it doesn't even look good. So you're
Yeah, I
let's
think
just
some
follow
it's
up on that.
so you are what you eat too. And I think actually all these regimen that he had, eating what 100 pills a day and powder or whatever, I think that actually is not doing something bad for him, and it kind of shows. I seriously, and
Poor
it
guy.
just think about skincare. It's like a workout, so it does work. It does make you look better, but you have to be consistent. I remember when I was working a lot, I was a little more lazy on doing face masks a couple of times a week, um and I did like this horrible thing once in a while. I fall asleep without washing my face because I was working so much.
What?
I know. I would brush my teeth and jump in bed, and that's it. Usually I wash my face and do all these ritual, but I neglected it once in a while when I was working a lot, and I noticed my skin was getting worse. And then now that I'm retired and get back to my routine, it definitely improved a lot. Uh, Full transparency, I've done IPL. Do you know what that is?
I know. Intervention pumpkin latte.
It's some light
Intermittent
therapy. No,
light.
basically it's light therapy. Yeah.
Okay.
So what it does is kind of
Is that the red light thing?
stronger,
You
because
put
it's
the
slightly
mask
burn.
on?
No, professionally done. That they actually it's almost like laser, but more gentle. It sort of burn the top layer of your skin so that your baby skin comes back. So, because I have a lot of sunspots, like freckles and stuff, so it would lift that because the new skin wouldn't have it. So, but the first time I did it, I thought, oh my gosh, I looked amazing because like all these sunspots is gone. I had really even skin. Go ahead.
Yeah, my question was going to be, so you said your skin looks bad. So, okay, so now you just explained that a little bit with sunspots and freckles. Is that
Mm-hmm.
is that the things that make your skin look?
Yeah, partly because it's drier and it's dark when when you have the spot, your skin is not even. It makes
Do
your
I have?
skin, you don't have a lot. You're very lucky. You may have like, you actually have pretty good skin. So, yeah, so the first time I did that, going back to IPL, and it was great. And you're supposed to do a series of 2 or 3.
Uh,
But the first 2, 3 weeks, I was like, oh my gosh, my skin is just so smooth and there's no spot. It's so even, it's so great. And then it sort of started coming back. And then it's time to do the second one. And the second time I did it, same thing, the skin peel off, but for some reason the results were not that good. And that's in the moment I decided, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to get old and I'm just going to do my normal skincare routine and call it good. So I have makeup on, and there's you have all these internet products saying that it would lift the dark spot, but it's all of them. It's very slight result, and you ended up spending a lot of money. I think keeping your skin, you should moisturize and do cream or whatnot, and clean your face. Make sure your face is clean, but drinking a lot of water. Um, I like to eat protein. I think protein is important. I eat a lot of protein, drink a lot of water, vegetables to help with the inside rather than taking 100 pills.
yeah.
Then plus the outside skincare, that's what would really keep your skin, nice, age well preserved. Would preserve you
You
better.
yeah, you look a lot younger than you really are. But I just did a search on the web.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it says your body sheds skin continuously,
Yeah.
but the entire cycle takes about 28 days when you're young and about
Mm-hmm.
40 to 60 days as you get
Yeah.
older.
Yeah.
So that's, you're doing stuff to shed your skin faster than what you normally would when you're doing the IPL.
So it's not even normally faster. It pretty much immediately burn it. So there are products out there like
I mean, it's
retinol and things
faster.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, make it faster. But that IPL is immediate. I heard a horrible story though from a friend that you and I both know. I don't name names. So he told me a
I didn't.
friend of his, I know, but I don't. He told me a friend of his did a lot of these laser IPL type treatment.
Okay.
So we get older, we shed the skin, but also there is a time that is needed to regenerate, right? And then she was doing it too much. Basically, this doctor's like, you cannot do it anymore.
Wow.
You don't have anything left. That's gross. So
She had
be
nice
really
skin.
careful. I know, be really careful with that. So things like retinol, tretinoin, those kind of vitamin A type would help you kind of stimulate for regeneration faster, that it's not drastic. So those would be okay. And I think some of them actually is prescription. You have to go to a dermatologist to get it. So it would be better to under doctor supervision, I would say. But the point is, it's a workout. Consistency is very important.
Yeah.
So, I said earlier that when I was busy, I was lazy and kapoo. I could even tell my skin wasn't,
You had
it was like,
sunspots. You had
and
freckles.
wrinkles, like
And
lines.
wrinkles. Oh.
Yeah. And the thing is that these cream and stuff, it just kind of, because you put some on topical, so it would make it less visible. It doesn't mean that you don't have it.
Yeah.
So don't let the internet product say, do this, do that. It's consistency. You can use the product, but it's consistency. It's the
Yeah.
most important thing.
There's a thing that circulates that French women have really great skin because we only
Yeah.
use soap and water, and that's it. So we just wash our face. Miracle of miracles.
So there's all these French girls skincare thing out there.
Yeah,
There's
there's a bunch of stuff too.
have you ever heard of that Le Balm or whatever? It's like a balm.
But
It's not even
yeah, the
cream.
boom.
Yeah, and theoretically, they kind of took all the water out of the product and compressed 7 or 8 ingredients together. So that's very concentrated. It's really good. But also be careful. The lady that is their face, the spokesperson, supposed to be the person that invented it. Who knows? She had a French accent, very French. And the thing is, I love these live search that you do immediately, fact check. But
Dior.
I
It's
was
from
reading some of
Dior.
the comment. There are women in France trying to buy the product and couldn't buy it. So the woman's like, well, how come I can't buy it in France? It's supposed to be French. And the reply saying, oh, I'm sorry, this is not approved to be sold in France yet. And I thought, oh, that's sketchy. you know? So be careful. Read comments sometimes, and it's good. And I give it to them that they left a comment there, rather than deleting it. So, but anyway, so that's my rant about skincare.
But yeah, I mean, your rant is that people will do just about anything to look younger, essentially.
Yeah, but I feel like after looking at some of the older celebrity, I'm sure they do something to the whole body, because I was thinking some people would do a really good facelift or something, but like in here down there it gotta be wrinkly, right? I mean, it's so gross, and you can never wear a swimsuit without looking weird, so I'd rather everything wrinkle at the same time. You know what I mean?
What I find kind of obvious is when people do use those products on the face, and then the neck is like still the old people neck.
Yeah, I started having some lines
Like
here,
mine.
vertical lines.
Like
It's just like depending on how I move it. I mean, my face is the same way. I just want it to age the same time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And I think it wouldn't be good if everything is wrinkling here and you can't even wear a shirt that's V-neck. That's kind of weird, So, but
it's kind of infuriating still that women are the ones doing this stuff. Like guys just get wrinkled and
grow a
old.
beard, cover everything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shave
cover everything
and start growing my own beard.
Maybe we should grow beard. We'll cover it too. What do you think? I'm okay. I'm so over like thinking that
I'm trying it out live.
You look like your dad when you do that. You do.
Oh,
Anyway, Claude.
Especially this part that just sticks out a little bit because his kind of does that. His mustache. You know, he's
Yeah.
always trying to make it go like, but it ends
Yeah.
up being kind of like this or like that or something. Like,
Oh my God.
that's my dad.
Anyway.
Anyway, I love my
Yeah.
dad. He looks great. But he's had
He
a
does.
mustache for as long as however long I've known him.
Yeah. But, yep. So I am perfectly happy at almost 59 years old. So there you go.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Next year, 60. Can't wait.
I have to talk to your husband and plan it. Maybe we'll do a live podcast on that day where she finally has finished the remodeling.
Hopefully. Hopelessly remodeling.
That seems to be the case. What's happening for you? You moved in and started remodeling, and you've never stopped.
Right. Okay. So I would like to jump to more intellectual topic, and Whiskey, take it away.
I don't know if it's intellectual, but
well, at least I didn't.
You were just talking about skin and rejuvenating your skin, and when you think about it, that your body, it's made mostly of like some particles that don't ever touch. If you try to touch something, even touching your fingers like this, you feel like you're touching, but you're not. These particles never touch. There's never any physical contact. If there were physical contacts, you'd constantly be like exploding, have little explosions. So, like when you think about it, your body is almost entirely porous. So if you put something on your face, a product for your skin or on your hands or your elbows, I wonder just how far deep it actually goes. Maybe that goes against what you were saying before.
I don't think it's deep enough to change a structure where you could erase wrinkles, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
we would have had no wrinkles.
I think wrinkles happen because your skin gets loose, right? It loses some of the elasticity that it had before, and so it just
produced by your body, you know? That's produced by your body, so it loses the structure of it, holding it up. Like everything else falls down. There's gravity.
Like everything else falls down. Yeah, so gravity, that's also a very interesting thing. So last week we talked about Venus, stars, we talked about galaxies. So galaxies, solar system, planet. Then you have like a mountain, then you have a human. Humans have organs. Organs have cells.
Right.
Cells have molecules, which are agglomeration of atoms. And atoms are made out of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Those don't ever touch, right?
Right.
And then at the lowest level, you have the quarks. Do you know what? The quarks? QUA.
No, you lost me there. What's that?
So, like the electrons, protons, and neutrons, they're composed of this very small particle called a quark.
Okay.
Right. So,
I believe you.
So we have all these particles inside our body. The universe is made, out of all these particles. The sun, what happens is that it converts hydrogen, which is very plentiful in the universe, into helium. And when it does that, it generates all that energy, and then it takes tens of thousands of years for that energy to like sort of escape the sun, and then it goes right through. It starts leaving right in everywhere. It takes about 8 minutes for that energy to come to us. So there's like a whole bunch of energy, but there's like one particle in particular that I want to talk about. This is like the neutrino, because the neutrino tells us what's going on the planet. It's like a little messenger particle. People call it the ghost particle. Have you heard of the ghost particle? See, we're talking about stuff you can read on the
Yes.
internet.
Why
That's
didn't you
really
say that
terrifying.
first? You should have said that first. That I've heard of.
So neutrinos are ghost particles. You know why they're called ghost particles? Because
Because you.
most neutrinos. Go ahead.
No, you keep going.
No, say the thing you were going to say. That was really silly.
Why do you think it's silly?
Because you stopped saying it.
Well, because they're kind of like, kind of weaving around like a ghost, no?
No. It's because they get through you. Like ghosts, we see them and they sometimes people say like they'll cross right through a ghost or a ghost will cross right through their body. Do you know what I'm talking
Casper.
about? They'll walk it. Yeah, they'll walk through the body.
Yeah.
Sometimes they try
Casper,
to
the
scare you and
friendly
make the ghost
ghost.
inhabit your body. So
Yeah.
we don't know. So like you've got trillions of neutrinos every second that are hitting and going right through your body. We don't know anything is happening because it's been happening. We get neutrinos, ghost particles that are coming from everywhere in the universe, from the galaxies, from the planets, from all the places. And we have no idea that they're there. So how do we know when you have trillions and trillions and trillions of neutrinos that there are neutrinos? How do we know that?
Black light? No.
So no, it's physics. This is really, it could be, right? I don't know. So in physics, they at first said neutrinos exist and they tell us what's happening in the world, in the universe, and they tell us that the sun is consuming. They tell us that the sun is existing, and so we have all these ideas of the neutrinos. So somebody like an Einstein kind of guy went out there and said, let's do an equation that's going to tell us how many neutrinos there are coming from the sun. And so they did the equation, and then they said, now how do we capture those neutrinos so we know they actually exist? And so they went like really, really deep in the earth, because if you ran any kind of test on the earth's surface, you wouldn't even know. Like there'd be so many neutrinos. And so they're trying to do it inside layers. So they're going down into the earth, and they built this place and they put like really super distilled kind of water. And every once in a while, when a neutrino hits an atom, which is very rare considering the trillions of them that are coming through all the time, there's a flash. And you can see it in the water. It slows down. And when you see the flash, however often you see the flash, it just, you can calculate that, and then it tells you that the equation about the neutrinos that they did about the solar neutrinos are actually accurate. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm a little scared because it's almost like some Wi-Fi gone wrong is about to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be a possibility? And all of a sudden a spark, and it would just like spark some kind of being up and just going to eat
I
us
mean,
all or something?
neutrinos are everywhere in the universe, and they are sometimes randomly hitting an atom, and it's very rare. So like the chances of us getting a big enough explosion like what you're describing are really, really low, right?
But it's not zero.
It's never zero, right? It's never zero.
And then if they
So
contained it in that tank,
they don't contain it, they watch it happen. You can't contain neutrinos that just go right through everything because they're traveling at nearly the speed of light. So like light takes about 8 minutes to go from the sun to Earth. The neutrinos right behind it, like they just come so fast, but except that they come even when we are rotating and we don't see the light. You still have neutrinos.
Because they're so small, they all usually get through the cracks, but once in a while they'll hit something.
Very rarely they'll hit something in comparison.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to see a lot of explosions, you'd have to have like a 25,000 swimming pools of ultra pure water and monitor all of that area. And then you can see probably quite a few happening. But, it's not.
I love science. I feel like years ago, it's more about exploratory, figure things out. I feel like these days, because they figured enough things out, they would try to manipulate things. And that's what scares me because these scientists, I'm sure a lot of them are sci-fi buffs and read a lot of science fictions and stuff like that. And I thought, why do you think it's a good idea? You just read that book and you're trying to do this. It's just not a good idea. That's what scares me right now, honestly. It's not scary, but I'm just like, that might not be a smart thing to do.
Yeah. The chances of this happening in our lifetime or at anytime soon to just kind of harness the power of neutrinos. Neutrinos have no mass that we know of, but people suspect that they have mass. They suspect that there is some sort of mass, but it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same thing as like a proton or a neutron. Like protons carry photons. Sorry, they carry light and they have mass. Neutrinos, they carry information from what happens inside the stars. So there's no mass to that information, but maybe there is. I don't know.
I hope so. I hope there's no mass. And
can you imagine like trying to compress the mass of like neutrinos into something? Like that would be just a very, very difficult thing to do.
I think humans are very good at messing ourselves up.
Yeah.
So you never know.
No, but we do, but I think we'll use other things before we use that. But I think the key takeaway for me is that everything inside your body, like the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, the carbon you're made of, all of this was created inside a star that lived and died billions of years ago before the sun was born. Billions of years before the sun was born. So
kind of crazy.
Yeah, so it's kind of exciting because Carl Sagan, do you know him? Yeah, he said we're made of star stuff. I believe we're made of star stuff. We'll return to stars.
We're star beings.
Yeah, so you're made out of mostly empty space. Billions of the sun's neutrinos are passing through everybody every second. And it's just the sun neutrinos, right? Like we have other galaxies around us are passing through. The atoms that we have inside of us were made out of ancient stars that don't exist anymore. The light that warms your face and gives you the sunspots, it began inside the sun long before the pyramids themselves were built. So like way before 5,000 years ago. And every atom you have in your body came from another place in the universe.
That's amazing, actually,
yeah.
Right?
So that's the kind of shit you can read about on the internet. You can read about star stuff. You can read about how we came about.
So we are as extraterrestrial as we can get.
Yeah, so you can say that to Rich.
Yeah.
You're already an alien, Rich. Don't try to make others.
We are. So anyway. Well, okay.
So I have some rapid fire for you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm ready. Hey, do that. Yeah, there you go. Rapid fire. Okay.
Uh, so we talked a little bit about some of these things in the last couple of weeks.
Shoot, is the quiz?
Well, you just have to maybe remember. Goldfish have a 3-second memory.
Am I a goldfish?
I don't know.
3 seconds.
Is it
right?
true or false? Is it true or false? True or false?
True.
False. They can remember
What?
things from months and months ago. You can train a goldfish to do simple things.
So they hold grudges.
They probably do.
Oh, well, I'm
So this one
goldfish.
is really fun. You swallow about 8 spiders in your lifetime while sleeping.
No.
It's completely false.
No, it's false.
It's one of those that myths that was created just to show you how misinformation spreads. Like people say this,
Okay.
I think it's 8 a year or 8 in your lifetime. It's 8 spiders. You swallow spiders when you sleep.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I had this one where we were talking with my stepson at dinner last night, and he said, "What do you think about Napoleon?" And then somebody else around the table said,
He's
Napoleon
short.
was tiny. Was Napoleon short?
Yes.
So you said he was short. He wasn't
Yeah.
short for the time.
For the time.
Yeah, he was average height.
Wait.
He would have been much taller if he had been born now. People born nowadays are much taller than they were at his time, during his time.
How tall was he? Did they
5'7", I think.
And that's
5'7",
that's
5'8".
average height?
At the time, yeah, in the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
Late 1800s, yeah.
Okay.
Bulls hate the color red.
False. I knew this one, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're red-green colorblind mostly, so they don't see the colors. They just see something move, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go fuck it up."
Yeah.
Yeah. Chameleons change color to match their surroundings.
True.
It's mostly false. They mainly change color to communicate, regulate temperature, and express mood.
So how come a lot of times that they kind of match the surrounding?
It's just because their mood is that surrounding.
Huh. Okay. Alignment. Energy.
I think they probably do it to camo a little bit, but that's not the only reason. There's a bunch of enough other reasons to know that it's mostly false.
Okay.
This one, I think, this one's for you, for sure. Right. You will know that. You can see the Great Wall of China from space.
Yeah.
No, it's false. I thought you knew it was false.
No. Well, what? Yeah. No, I said, yeah, meaning, yeah, what's the question?
You can see the Great Wall of China from space.
That's a myth.
Yeah, that's a myth. Yeah. You can't...
Great Walls.
From space?
Yeah, all these space picture, like in the Asia region, I've never seen the Great Wall.
You need like, some sort of some device to enhance your vision to see. Okay. You can catch a cold from being cold.
False.
That's correct. Generally, you catch a cold, more cold in winter than you do in the summer because people spend more time inside together, and so they. And then somebody says, "Oh," and then there you go.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's gross.
Like, don't your hair keeps growing after you die.
I think it's. I don't know, but I hear people talk about that all the time.
Yeah, it's false. So what happens? Okay. We're talking about skin, right? So your skin shrinks.
Because they're already out.
Yeah,
actually,
and so it makes your hair look.
And nails too, right? In the same.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think Yeah. Sugar makes children hyper.
False.
Correct. Mostly false. I think it shows a little hyperactivity, but mostly children are just hyper. They just like being around other children, and when they're around other children, then
they eat candy.
Yeah. So cracking your knuckles like this causes arthritis.
False.
That's correct. It's false. There's no evidence.
My
So
mom did
Yeah,
say if you crack your knuckles, it will make your joints larger. Is that true or false?
I don't know. I didn't look into that one.
Okay.
So we talked about this. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Is that true? It's
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
you listen.
Because I just learned that. It's very exciting. I learned that last
time. I think we talked about this too. Sharks are older than trees. True or false?
Could be they're like hundreds of years old shark or something like that, right?
Yes, most sharks are. Yeah, sharks
can
be older than trees.
Because no one eats them. They eat other people, and not people, fish.
Yeah.
Wait, the killer whales would, like orcas would kill them though, right? Sharks?
It depends on the size of the shark, but you know, there's some big ass sharks. I saw a killer whale get on top of a great white shark, bend its tail, and flip the shark. And the shark ended up upside down like this. And when the sharks are upside down with their head at the bottom, they can't move anymore. And then the orca just eats its insides.
Wait, was it a film?
It's wild. Yeah. It's disgusting. Wow. These are stuff you see on the internet. Bananas are berries, but strawberries are not berries.
I think it's true. You talked about that last time.
Yeah, I did.
I missed it.
Wombats poop cubes.
Huh?
Wombats? You know these little marsupials from...
Oh, yeah, it's true, right?
Yeah, it's true. I think I talked about this last time too. Honey that's 1,000 years old is still edible.
Yes, they don't go spoil.
It's weird.
And I suggested that Brian Johnson guy should probably just drink honey. Be better than 1,100 pills a day. Preserve his inside. Woo-hoo.
There are rogue planets wandering through space with no parent star.
True.
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Yeah. Aren't they kind of just like asteroid almost?
Yeah, except they're planets.
You would kind of just latch on and spin for a little bit and decided to wander off.
It's possible, and it's likely possible, but it's also possible that their orbit is so large that we don't even know what they orbit. So who knows?
Interesting.
Right now, there's about 100 trillion neutrinos passing through your body every second. True or false? Yeah.
True.
The atoms inside your body were forged inside ancient stars.
Were what?
Were created inside ancient stars.
Yes.
Yeah. I talked about this too last time. A teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh about 1 billion tons.
Well, that I don't know. False?
Yeah, it's true. Remember when I talked about it, then the stars shrank too.
Oh, when they compress. Okay.
Yeah. The sun's energy begins its journey in the core. But the sunlight that's reaching us today may have spent tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of years working its way to the surface before making the final 8-minute trip to the Earth.
True.
Yeah. So here are some incredible facts from the internet that you think are true that are false, and you think are false that are actually true. That's exactly what you wanted to talk about.
Right. I got most of them right. So, there you go.
Because you're smart.
No, because I am a teacher's pet. I listen to my teachers. But I'm trained to listen to people. So
Good.
anyway,
You're
well, with
awesome
that
at
said,
it.
this is great. Yeah. So I'm Ronit on the East Coast.
And I'm Miss Kate on the West Coast. And I'll be seeing you.
We'll be seeing you,
And
and
we
we
are
are hopelessly
hopelessly
unedited.
unedited. See, if you change your hand gestures every time, I'm never going to get it right.
Well, we'll
Hopelessly
see about that.
unedited.
Yeah.
Hopelessly
Unedited.
unedited.
That's right. We'll
Look
see you
at
next
this
time.
Bye. Bye, everyone.